chair, of course, and I have some weights. So you want to make sure you have some weights nearby. We will use our weights today. All right, let's go ahead and we'll begin by warming up our shoulders, and we'll do some nice shoulder circles here and really work at stretching all the way down, all the way forward, up. This is really going to loosen up the joint. It also is going to push out any trapped air and bring in fluid. We'll let Sherry in. All right. I'm going to do one more big circle all the way down. And let's change direction. Let's go ahead and switch direction. Again, pulling them up to your ears, pulling them forward, really exaggerating this stretch. And let's do one more. Oh, Sparky's coming in. All right. So go ahead. Rest your hands on your legs. Let's do our necks now. And I'm going to put my hands on my legs to make sure that my body stays stable. I'm just going to twist my head so that my neck is going to receive this stretch. And go ahead and look to the right and look to the left. And as you do this, let your shoulders relax. Try not to feel any tension as you do that twist. One last time to the right and to the left. Nice. Now let's look up and down. As you look up, extend that chin up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all the way through the chest. And down. This is a great way to loosen up the tightness in the jaw. One last time, both directions. And bring the head back to neutral. Nice. We'll do a nice side stretch here. I'm going to raise one arm up and I'm going to let it drop and touch my ear. Tilt that head down. I'm not putting too much pressure here, but just resting my hand on my ear. Opposite hand points down. This is where we get that nice stretch. And we feel this stretch all the way across the neck, across the shoulder. And let's release. We'll do the other side. Raise that arm up. Let it rest down. Tilt that head. Extend that opposite arm down towards the floor. Nice stretch here. And release. Let's do that one more time. Raise that arm up. Rest that arm on the ear. Tilt it down. Opposite hand points towards the ground. Now in this position, go ahead and look towards the ground. So you're actually going to turn your head and look towards the ground. And then bring that gaze back up, release that hand. Let's do the other side. Arm comes up, go ahead and rest it. Tilt that head, extend that opposite arm down. And now let's look towards the ground. Actually twist your head, look towards the ground. And bring that gaze back up and release. Nice, all right. Okay, let's move to our core now. We're gonna do our spine. So I'm gonna rest my hands on my knees, and this is our cat-cow from a seated position, where I lean forward, arching my back, looking up. And then push back, rounding the back, looking down. Nice and slow. So the goal here is to warm up that spine. So really imagine the spine's like a snake. You're moving one vertebrae at a time. Again, pushing out any trapped air, allowing fluid to move in, really lubricating that spine. One more time, both direction. Nice, and bring that body upright. All right, so we were working on the spine going forward and backwards. Now let's get it in a circular motion. And so now we're still engaging that spine, but now we're working down and actually involving the hips, or that connection at the top of the hips right here. I call these my egg beaters. I like this move. This move feels good. I'm going to do one more full circle, coming to the front, stop, and I'm going to change direction. Nice. Let's do one more full circle, all the way around, and I'm going to bring our body back to the center. Nice. Let's engage these abs a little bit. I'm going to push out my ab, pull it in, push it out, pull it in. And let's do this for a count of 10. Now notice I'm not arching or pushing my hips to do this. It's just the muscle in the front of the abs right here that are pushing out and pulling in. So let's just engage these muscles in the front here. We'll push out, pull in for 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Nice. Build up that nice strong core. Let's work on stretching the side area here. And so I'm going to hang on to the chair with one hand, make sure my body's nice and secure. Bring that other arm up and let's lean over. Now, as I lean over, my hip may want to rise up, push it down. And when I push it down, I feel a nice deep stretch all the way into my hip. Extending the arms up, pushing the hip down. And let's bring that arm back. This arm's now going to hang onto the chair and secure me. Opposite arm comes up and let's lean over. Again, push that hip down into the chair. Extend that arm up. Nice stretch here, feels good. And let's bring that hand back down. We're going to do that stretch again. So this hand's going to come and secure myself hanging onto the chair. Opposite arm comes up. Let's go ahead and lean over. Once we feel like we've leaned as far as we can, let's take that same leg of the arm that's extended up and extend it out. And now I have a nice long line from my fingers all the way down to my toes. And I feel a nice stretch past my hip into my leg. And let's go ahead, bring that hand back. I'm going to lean towards that extended leg now. So now I'm getting a little bit of a stretch underneath my thigh. And bring both hands down. I'm facing forward, my leg is still extended. I'm actually going to shift my body. So I'm in a nice high lunge here. And I rotate it up onto the ball of my foot. And to help keep my body upright, I'm actually using my hands to push against the chair. That helps keep my body upright. Now I feel a nice stretch on the front of my leg. And if I push up nice and tall, I feel it on the front of my abdomen too. If you feel sturdy enough, if you feel stable, go ahead and lift those arms up. Extend them up towards the ceiling. And bring those arms down. I'm going to look at the back of my chair. I'm going to actually grab it with my hands and do a nice twist. And let's bring that body forward. I use my hands to help assist me and pull those legs back together. All right, nice. Let's do the other side now. I hang onto the chair for stability. Opposite arm comes up. Let's lean over. Nice stretch here. Once I've stretched as far as I can, I take that same leg of the arm that's extended up and push it out. Now I get a nice straight line from the fingers down to my toes. Really feel that energy going up and down at the same time. Nice. Let's take that raised hand. Let's go towards that extended leg. I'm going to let go of my chair as I rotate over. I feel a nice stretch all the way down the side here. All right, let's bring both arms up. We can release them, hang on to the chair as we shift our body into that high lunge. And as I do so, again, I rotate onto the ball of my foot. Push up with your hands, make sure your body's nice and tall. Feel that stretch through your core and feel it on the top part of that extended leg. If you feel stable, go ahead and raise those arms up. Nice, let's lower those arms. I'm gonna do another spinal twist. So go ahead and grab the back of your chair and twist that body. And bring your body forward. Go ahead, you can use your hands to help adjust and bring those legs back together. All right, nice job. All right, we're gonna get our bodies warmed up with some movement here. And so I'm gonna have you put your hands near your shoulders, almost as if you had trays. If you were a waitress or a waiter and you had trays of food in your hands, my palms are pointing up towards the ceiling, and I'm gonna push up and pull them down. And let's push up for a count of 10. 1, 2, lots of energy here. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep those hands flexed. 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring your hands back to your shoulders. My hands are still flexed, but now I'm gonna take those elbows, drop them down. Now my palms are facing you. And I'm gonna push out. And again, hands are super flexed. And I'm gonna push out for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Nice. Now I'm going to rotate those palms, so now they're facing out. We've all seen those mimes, right? Trying to get out of the box. My palms are out, nice and flexed. Fingers are nice and flexed too. And I'm going to push out, bring it back for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it back. Nice. Go ahead and shake those wrists out. Whew, that was a good workout for the wrists too, holding them in that flex position. Okay, so we're going to move right into our weight. So go ahead and find your weight. I'm going to hold one in each hand. All right, nice. So before we get started, let's make sure that our bodies are in a nice, strong position. Your feet should be flat on the ground. If you need to adjust yourself forward or backwards to make sure they're flat. Your legs should be extending out from the hips. And the way that you do that is you make your two fists go between your knees. And so now I know my knees are in alignment with my hips. I want my ankles in alignment with my knees. So I take those two fists all the way down and make sure that I'm in alignment. So that way when I'm lifting these weights, I am not lifting stronger on one side than the other. My body is in alignment. Tilt those hips back, tucking that tailbone, abdomen's nice and strong. Let's take those palms and they're going to be facing in, and I'm going to rest my weights next to my knees. This is our bicep curl. We're going to curl up to our shoulders. Once we get to our shoulders, we're going to push up towards the ceiling, drop them back down, and all the way back to our beginning position. So this is why you need to make sure your back is protected. Whenever we're lifting our arms up, we put a little extra stress on the back. We'll do this for a count of 10. 1, push up and back. 2, push up. 3, lots of energy here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Abdomen's nice and tight in these moves. 10. Lots of energy. Woo-hoo. And bring it back down. Awesome. Nice job. All right. We're going to add a variation. Our next count will be for a count of 8. And we're going to bring those weights up. We're going to push them up. And this next time, we're going to let them slowly lower back down to the start position. Just adding a little extra motion here. I'm going to do 8 of these. 1, bring them up, push up. Let's lower super slow. Nice. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Tuck that tailbone. 7. 8. Nice and strong energy here. Awesome, nice. We have 1 more repetition. Next rep will be 6, and we're going to do the entire movement again with the circle down. Check in with your body. Make sure your abs are nice and tight. Tuck that tailbone and begin. 1. Push it up. Slowly down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Last one in this count. And let's slow it down just a bit. Really work those arm muscles. How slow can you go? Nice, good work. All right. Our next move is going to be a bicep curl, only this time our palms are going to be facing towards each other. So face your palms towards the camera. We're going to do our bicep curl up, and then we're going to raise those elbows up, lower them down, and go back to the beginning. We'll do 3 repetitions. First repetition will be for 10. 1, curl up, bring those arms up, and lower. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Last one in this set. And release back down. Nice. Good work. So our next move is going to be very similar. We're going to do our bicep curl, open up, bring those arms up, and then let's open the door. And then we're going to close the door, lower the elbows, come back to the beginning position. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, elbows up, open the door. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Last one in this rep. Nice and strong arms. Bring it back in, lower the elbows, back to the start. Awesome, nice. Our next repetition will be for a count of 6, and we'll do the entire movement again with opening the door. 1. Open that door. 2. 3. 4. 5. Last one, 6. Nice and strong arms. Let's hold it just for a moment. Fill it across your chest, tuck that tailbone, and bring those arms in, lower those elbows, and back to the start. Nice, awesome job. If you need to shake your wrist out in between, go ahead and shake them out. Sometimes if you've got the death grip on the weight, sometimes our wrists can get a little tight. Same with the hands here. All right, let's go ahead, and I've got my weights, one in each hand. I'm gonna rest them at my side here. And this is our lift into our airplane arms, and we'll do 3 repetitions. If you need to adjust yourself, I'm gonna scoot back just a bit. Feet are still flat on the ground. Relax those shoulders during this move, and let's lift for a count of 10. 1, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it just for a moment. Extend that energy out in both directions. And slowly, let's lower those arms. Nice. Our next repetition will be for a count of 8. This time we're going to add a little twist. We're going to bring those arms up to airplane, palms up. Twist it back down before we lower back to the start. And we'll do this move for a count of 8. 1, twist them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Airplane arms, twist. Hold it just for a moment, palms up. Funny what a little twist can add to that exercise, right? Twist them back and lower. Woo, nice, all right. Okay, our next count is for 6, and you probably know what's coming, right? Arms are up, we're gonna twist, bring those up over our head as if we're doing a jumping jack. Back down into our airplane arms, twist and lower. And we'll do this for a count of 6. Go ahead and let go of any tension in the shoulders. And let's begin. 1, twist up over the head. Only if this feels comfortable for you. 2, you can also do this without weights. Still a great exercise. 3, 4, 5, last one, 6, nice and strong. Up over the head and back, airplane arms and release. Woo, nice, all right. Go ahead and give those arms and shoulders a rest. Go ahead and shake them out. Okay, our next move, we're going to have our weights resting on our knees. And so I can turn so you can see my weights are just resting on my knees here. And this is the move where we lift them up straight out in front of us. And so this one uses a lot of our back. So make sure you're keeping those tailbones tucked, protect that lower back. Also keep your feet flat on the ground. We're gonna lift these weights for a count of 10. 1, and down. 2, 3, keep that abdomen tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it for a moment. Push them out towards me. Push them towards me further. And let's lower those weights down. Nice. I don't know if you can see, but as I lower my weights, I really am conscious about relaxing those shoulders. So really keep those shoulders relaxed, especially in between. Our next count will be 8. We're going to add a little variation. We're going to lift them up, pull that door open, push it back closed. So let me show you. I lift up, pull them open. See how high my elbows are? Keep them nice and high. Push them back and lower. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, pull it open, push it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull it back. Let's hold it for a moment. Try to touch those shoulder blades together. Try to touch those elbows together. And then let's push it forward. Whew. And lower down. Nice. Good work. We have one more repetition. Our next repetition will be for a count of 6. Check in with those shoulders. And let's begin. 1, pull it open, push it closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push it back and down. Nice, good work. We'll do one more exercise with our hands out in front of us. We've done this one before where we hold them out in the center and then one comes up and one goes down. And then we're going to meet in the center and we're going to switch. And so if you see me from the side, my starting position is straight out. One goes up and down, almost like a scissor, right? We stop in the center. And we'll do this for a count of 10. Let's go ahead and push those arms out. 1. We'll go both directions. Whew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Ooh, that was hard. Go ahead and give your arms a rest, give your hands a shake. We'll take just a little breather before we go to our next one. That one was tough, right? Okay. If you have water, make sure you're staying hydrated during the session. Our next move is going to be our wood chop. And so this is when we take our weights, and our weights are going to be on one side. So I put both my weights, there's still one in each hand, but they're going to rest on one hip. And then with one hand, I'm going to open up and then visualize that I've got a hatchet in my hand. And I'm going to chop some wood down. So I open up, chop it down. And we'll do one arm at a time. I'm going to raise up for a count of 10. And again, you could do this even without weights. It's still a great exercise, really opening up the arm, strengthening that shoulder. We'll do this for a count of 10. 1, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Final chop. Whew. All right. I'm going to take both these weights, shift them to the other hip. So now let's do the other arm, and we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, and chop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chop that wood. Nice, good job. All right, let's shift those weights back to the original hip. This time we'll do our wood chop. So I'm going to do both hands together. So I'm going to raise both hands up. They're still going diagonally across my body. So bring them up across the body. I'm going to chop across that body. You can do one weight with both hands if that feels better for you, or you can use both weights, or you can do it without weights, however it feels comfortable. But check in, make sure your feet are flat on the ground, tuck that abdomen in, keep that back protected. Let's do 10 wood chops with both hands. 1, chop that wood. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross the body. Nice. Good work. Switch those weights to the opposite side, and we'll do 10 on this side. 1. Remember to go diagonally across the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross the body. Nice, good work. All right. I'm still keeping my weights, one in each hand. This move here is very similar. We're going to open up both and then bring them both down. So it's almost like the wood chopper, only I'm not going so far diagonally across the body, but I'm lifting them both up, bringing them both down. Now, as you lift your arms up, do not let that back arch, right? So it's really easy to do this arch, but that's going to be dangerous for your back. Keep that back straight. Only lift as far as it feels comfortable, and bring them back down. Always be conscientious about protecting that back. Feet are flat on the ground. We'll do 10 of these lifts. 1, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice and big, and back down. Good job. Go ahead and loosen up those shoulders, relax those arms. All right, we're going to do a little focus on these triceps, the back of the arms here. And I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see me. You'll find a position that works best in your chair. But this is I'm going to lean my body forward. This is where I'm going to focus on these triceps here. I've got my hands, my palms are facing me. I'm just going to pull that arm up as far as I can and let it go back down. So I'm going to lift up and pull back down. Really focusing on using these muscles here as I lift that weight up. And so focus on the ground, relax that hand. Let's pull up for a count of 10. 1, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it just for a moment. And release. Nice. I'm going to do a very similar move, only this time after I pull it up, I'm going to kick it back. Bring it back to that position and lower down. And this one is going to be for a count of 8. 1, push it back. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's hold it for a moment. And bring it back and release. Nice. Our last repetition, our count of 6, we're just gonna push it straight back and bring it back down. Push it straight back. Again, focusing on the muscles on the back of your arm. And let's push back for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to ask you to hold it just for a moment. Really feel those triceps working as they hold this weight up. Slowly bring it back. Nice. All right, I'm going to switch sides. Let's go ahead and do the other arm now. Our first move was I was leaning forward, just pulling it up as high as you can go. And let's do this lift for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it for a moment. Hold it up a little higher. And release. Nice. Our next count of 8, we're going to do our kickback. So we pull it up, push it back, bring it back and down. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, push it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push it back. Let's hold it for a moment. Really focus on those triceps. Notice those muscles that are holding that weight back. Deep breath in. Bring that weight back up and release. Good work. Our last count of 6 is going to be pushing him straight back. And we'll do this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it for a moment. Nice strong arms. Relax those shoulders though. And bring that arm back. Great job. Nice. I'm going to find my position back facing forward. Make sure my knees are in alignment, feet are flat on the ground, abdomen's tight, tucking that lower back in. I'm going to put both my weights in one in each hand, but I'm going to shift them to one side. And I'm out close to my knee. So my arms are extended out. They're not close to my hip. They're close outside of my knee. And I'm just going to lift them from one side of the knee to the other side. So this is engaging my core. I'm also using these lateral muscles as I twist to move those weights from one side to the other. So focus on these muscles, not the biceps during this work. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way across. Nice. Now let's put those weights closer to the hip. Same move, only now we're closer to the hip. We'll engage different muscles. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3. Really feel your core working. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. We're going to go a little bit higher, same move. Now we're going to pass them to that person behind us. So we pass it to the person behind, bring it to the front, pass it to the person on the opposite side, bring it to the front. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, pass it behind you, bring it back. 2, bring it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring those weights all the way back. All right, nice job. That felt really good. I could really feel my core working there. Let's take these weights and set them down. Let's set them back far enough so if you move your feet, you're not going to accidentally stub your toe on them. So I'm putting them back behind me. All right, good job. And go ahead and catch your breath. If you need to hydrate yourself, you can grab a sip of water. Never drink too much during a session though. We don't want too much liquid in the belly as we're moving around. All right, we're going to continue working on this core, but we're also going to start engaging the legs. So I'm going to have you put your fingertips onto your shoulders, and I'm going to take my knee, I'm going to take my right knee and touch my left shoulder. So I'm crossing my body and bringing that knee back. Now remember, the body doesn't come forward, those knees are rising up. And so bring that knee to the arm. And we'll do this for a count of 10. And 10 is going to be right and left. And so let's begin. 1, we'll do right and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, and release those arms. All right, same move, very similar. I'm going to lift my right leg and I'm going to touch it with my left finger, but only now I'm going to go all the way down to my toe. So you may need to scoot back if you're sitting close to a desk or a table so that you can see the camera. You might scoot back so that you have some room. And I'm going to lift that foot and touch that toe. Hands come back to the hips before I do the other side. And so you're lifting that heavy leg all the way up. And you might need to bend over just a bit. And maybe you touch your toe, maybe you touch, just towards that area, however it feels comfortable for you. And we'll do 10 leg lifts. 1, we'll do the right and the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can feel my core working on this one. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Touch those toes and bring it back. Nice, good job. Our next lift is going to be the knees together. And so I'm going to lift both my knees up. And so I turn sideways so I can show you. Just going to lift both knees up as high as I can. Try to keep that back as straight as you're able to. If you need to lean back against the chair, you're welcome to use the chair as you lift those knees up. Both legs together are super heavy. You're really working on this core. This is hard to do without your hands, so go ahead and hang on to the chair. And you can use that chair for stability as you lift those knees up. What I do ask is that you don't bounce them up, because then you're using that kinetic force, that energy to lift those legs up. We really want the core to be doing this lifting. And we're going to lift these knees for a count of 10. 1, lift them up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it just for a moment. Whoa, you can really feel those ab muscles working to hold these heavy legs up. I also feel it in my thighs. And slowly lower those legs back down. Nice, good job. All right. Continuing to work on our hip area here in the thighs. You can hang onto the chair, you can lean back. And this move here, I feel better if I get myself a little bit forward, because I'm going to take a leg, bring it out, and then circle it back in. And so I'm using the strength of my thigh to lift that leg up, but I'm opening up this hip, creating some mobility in the hip area. And so we're going to lift up, touch the ground, and bring that leg back. And we'll do this for a count of 10. Again, it helps me to hang onto the chair, but I'm at the edge, so I have a little bit more area to move my leg in. And we'll do this for 10. 1, touch, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, you guys look good. 5, 6, and remember when I discovered this one, 7, it looked so simple, such a great workout. 8, 9, last one on this side. 10, bring that leg back, let's switch sides. So if you need to adjust, whew. Let's do the other side for a count of 10. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch the ground, bring that leg back in. Ooh, good job, nice, all right. Let's take both those arms up, reach them up towards the ceiling, open up that abdomen, feel nice and taut, maybe even feel the spine opening up. I'm gonna twist to the right, lower those arms. And bring those arms back up, facing forward, twist to the left, lower those arms, and bring them back up. And we'll do this for a count, we'll do this for a count of 8. So arms are nice and high. 1, bring them back, twist the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, both directions. 8. Twist down. And lower those arms. Whew, good job. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm going to widen our stance by opening those legs up. My feet are pointed at 45-degree angles, matching the direction of my knees, nice and protected here. I'm going to open up my arms like windmills, and we're going to do our windmills. I'm sorry, like airplanes. We're going to do our windmills. My right hand comes down, touches the left ankle, and comes back up. And then we'll switch to the other side. As you do this, you might become dizzy. Just slow the pace down. That will help, or stop. Also focus on the camera looking at you. This will help you keep your direction forward, and that will help with the dizziness also. And let's do 10. 10 to the right and left, so we'll go both directions. 1, bring it up, other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring those arms up and release. Nice. All right. Let's get our heart rate moving up just a bit before we end this session. And we're going to do that by jogging in place. Go ahead and move those arms, move those legs. If you need to adjust yourself, we're moving the arms, we're moving the legs. And let's pick up that pace just a bit. Maybe move your arms a little bit bigger. Moving the arms really gets that heart pumping. You really want that blood to pump a little faster. Working the heart, building that strong muscle in the center of your body. Let's go a little faster. Now we're running in place. Let's pick it up just a bit. A little bit more. And let's slow it down. Nice little run. And bring it back to a jog. And let's bring it to a stop. Nice. All right. Check in with your body. If you want to feel your pulse, you can put it on your neck. Notice if that pulse is increased just a bit. Our goal is to get that rate up, but then we want to slow it back down. So take a deep breath in. Relax that body. Visualize that heart slowing down. Bring that heart rate back to the beginning, back to where we started. Nice. We're going to bring that heart rate back up. I'm going to visualize that we're riding the bike. So now I'm going to lean back just a bit. You can lean back just by leaning back the body, holding onto the chair as we ride that bike. If this is a little much for you today, you can lean back against the chair and let the chair hold you up, and you can ride that bike. Or you can just lift one knee, then the other knee. However it feels comfortable for you today. I'm going to ride that bike until I say stop. Let's go. Let's ride that bike. Pedaling that bike, pedaling that bike. Ooh, this one's tough, right? Got that bicycle going. Have you ever rode a bike backwards? Let's do those pedals backwards. And let's go forward again. Ooh, this is tough, I know. And bring those feet down. Oh, that one's tough. Lifting those heavy legs. Check in with that heart. Check in with that beat. Slow that right back down. Nice. One more cardio move. We're going to do our jumping jacks. And so I'm on the edge of my chair. Legs go out, arms go up. I'm going to do, let's do 20. You can do it at the rate that's more comfortable for you. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and bring it to a stop. Nice. All right. Check in with that body. Let's see how quickly you can bring that heart rate back to normal. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath in. Visualize that heart slowing down. This is a great way to slow down the heart, even in life, right? When you become stressed. You can slow that heart rate down. Nice, good job. Let's do a nice pull down now. I'm going to do some arm circles, big arm circles. Let my body follow that arm as I circle around. We really worked our shoulders. Let's release any lactic acid that built up there. And change direction. I'm going to let this hand rest and switch to the other side. Again, go ahead and let that body twist as you move that arm in a big circle. Change direction. One last full circle all the way around. Go ahead and rest those hands down. All right. Let's do a big swoop. We're going to loosen up the back just a bit. I'm going to bring those arms up over my head. I'm going to lean forward as if you're reaching towards me. Reach towards me. And then I'm going to drop, touch the ground, and bring those arms all the way back up. Lean them forward again. This helps to loosen up the back. One more big circle. And go ahead and let those hands rest on your knees. Nice. We'll do a spinal twist. I know we started with one, but now our body's nice and loose. And so I'm going to go ahead and take one arm and reach back and grab the back of my chair. Let that other hand switch to the other leg. And let's look behind us. And bring that body forward. Let's twist the other direction. And come back forward. Nice. I'm going to scoot my body all the way back. I'm going to lean back against the back of the chair. Open up those arms. And you know what helps me is to really roll those shoulders up and then roll them back. That really opens up my chest area. Palms are facing up. Let the head drop. And bring that body forward. When we're at Vessel Health, I do this with a ball behind us, and that really helps push the arch out a little bit more. Airplane arms, again, palms up, extend that energy out. Really open up that chest, let the head fall back. And bring those arms forward. One last stretch, arms up over the head. Lean back against the back of your chair. I'm going to let those arms go back, let my head fall back. And bring those arms forward. All right, nice, nice. I saw that a couple people had to take off, and we'll see. All right, so let me unmute you. I wanted to share something today too. All right. So at the end of each of these classes, I've been sharing a little bit about Ayurveda. And we're so fortunate that we have Dr. Vasant Lad that lives, that actually has the institute in town. And he's got lots of books. But I wanted to share, when we do Ayurveda, when we look at helping someone heal their body, there's certain things that we look at. So one of the things we look at is the tongue. And so you can stick your tongue out. And all of our tongues look a little different. I talked to you about how important it is to scrape your tongue in the morning. So as your body sleeps, your body's working to detox everything that's happened during the day. So detoxing the food that you ate, any toxins in the environment, emotions, everything's being cleaned up in the evening and at nighttime while you sleep. And in the morning, some of that accumulates on your tongue, which is why you scrape your tongue in the morning. But it's important not just to scrape the tongue, but actually take a look at it, because your tongue is a reflection of your health. And so, and I don't know, you can't really see, I'll share some of these, but there's all these different conditions depending on what your tongue looks like. There's even a couple on the backside here that kind of reflect the health of your body. And so what you can do, because you want to be empowered, right? You want to be the leader of your body and your health. And part of that is knowing what's happening. And so each morning before you scrape your tongue, look at your tongue and see what it looks like. See if it's changing. See if there's if it's more red one day. If I eat sugar, and I have this weakness for sugar, but when I eat sugar, when I wake up in the morning, I have a lot more white on my tongue. So it can be a reflection of your diet. It can be a reflection of your health. Then when you scrape it, each of us have a different way that we detox. Some of it might be white, some of it might be gray, some of us might have green. All of that has a meaning too. And so you want to be very conscientious about what your body's doing. So if one day it looks different, your tongue looks different, maybe you need to know, well, what was happening yesterday? And you might find some patterns. There's certain things that we look for, like scalloping. So if I stick out my tongue, if there's scalloping, like it looks like my tongue is scalloped on the side, that means that I'm not absorbing the nutrients in my diet. If my tongue is cracked, if it has cracks going through it, that means I need more moisture in my diet. So there's a lot that we can tell by looking at our tongue. We also take a look at your fingernails, and mine probably have dirt. They might have alpaca dirt and chicken stuff under there. But when you look at your nails, there's going to be, some of us have ridges. Some of us might have indentions. If you ever have like the white spots on there, that's a reflection of your health also. And so in Dr. Fasad's book, he has a whole list of what each of these mean. And so the white spots, it means that there's a deficiency of calcium and zinc. And so if you're getting white spots on the nail and you can see them, that means your body is deficient in a nutrient. If your nails are splitting or if you have an indentation, there's something happening in your body. So you want to be watching to see what your nails look like. And then we also look at the eyes. And so we'll look at the eyes, we'll look at the size of the pupil, we'll look to see if there's like a ring, like a white ring around the eyes, because all of that is telling also. And so, and I don't want to go through all the diagnoses. First, it might scare you, and it could be something else, but we'll just let you know that it's important for you to be that leader in your body, right? So you don't have to go to the doctor and ask. You can go and say, hey, I've noticed this is happening. I've noticed that when I eat this food, I have, more white mucus on my body, or I noticed there's a ring. You can be empowered by what's happening in your body if we just really watch to see, because our body tells us, our body's constantly sending us messages. We just sometimes ignore it, or we think it's nothing, or we may not find the relationship. So, but if you have any questions, like if you have like, you notice that you have like white dots, or you've got like striations on your fingernails, or you've noticed something about your tongue, you can always ask me, message me, and I'll send you the information. And I also will send you what you need to do, right?